Climbing plants are fantastic. They can cover unsightly structures, create privacy, soften any wall, and are great for tight spaces too. There's also a huge range to choose from. You can have beautiful flowers, lush green foliage, and even amazing scents. There's bound to be one to take your fancy. Climbing plants have a number of different ways they can attach themselves. Some can be plain destructive, so you do have to be careful to make sure you don't choose the wrong one for your location. Climbing plants can also cause damage if they don't get a regular trim back, as most climbers are fairly vigorous. Some examples of this are new shoots growing up behind your guttering, and as the shoots thicken with age, they can bend or pop your guttering right off. Another example is if they are planted too close to a tree, they can climb, smother, and choke the tree to death. Certain climbers can also damage paintwork and even pull grout out of your brickwork. But don't let this put you off. Climbers are definitely worth the effort. It's just important to choose the right one for your space. It's also key to think about the future. That young plant you bring home from the nursery could turn into an absolute monster. So make sure you check the plant tag to see if it suits your living situation. To help you make the right choice on what climber suits you, I'm going to go through 5 ways they attach themselves and a few different options for each category. The new growth on twiners twist and turn around posts, lattice screens, wires, and most other structures. A few examples of twiners are star jasmine, clematis, and wisteria. These climbers throw out little tentacle-like growths that hook onto themselves, other plants, wires, and anything that's not too thick. Tendril climbers include plants like grape vines, passionfruit, and sweet peas. These little guys also throw out tentacle-like growths, but instead of coiling around objects, they have small fingers with sticky pads that attach incredibly well to just about anything and can even climb up a flat wall with ease. A couple of examples of these plants are Boston ivy and Virginia creeper. Aerial roots are exactly that, roots that grow through the air until they find something they can attach to, which is almost anything. These climbers are great for making green walls as they generally keep really close to the wall. Plants with aerial roots include creeping fig, English ivy, and climbing hydrangea. Scramblers don't really attach themselves to structures, so they need to be tied to wires, trellises, and the like, especially when they are young. They look great and can support themselves much better if grown over an arbor or pergola. A couple of examples of these plants are climbing roses and Bougainvillea. When it comes to tying or training your climbers, it's best to use a tie like twine or fabric. The reason I like these ties is they rot away in a season or two, meaning as the plant grows and thickens up, it isn't being restricted or damaged by the tie. It does mean you have to tie a little more often, but it's better than the alternative. Ties with wire in them are great for strength and can be used on much older growth, but they can be really damaging if tied to younger growth, so try to avoid this where you can. Obviously, climate, position, and soil type will change your options too. If you're unsure what might be best, just leave a comment below with a brief description and I'll share my suggestions. Happy gardening! If you enjoy getting out in the garden and want some more tips, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel up here or go and watch another video just here.